Hey, hello. The time is 8:26 p.m. Friday, no, Thursday, February 20th, 2025. So they come after me too hard, okay? For me to understand why exactly it is. So I'm very, very tired, okay? I made corned beef and cabbage. I'm hanging in there, but I get poisoned, and traumatized. Like, that's all I know. Floors, combat, bomber helicopters. I can finally talk about it. It's because of the amazing military that is protecting me and running this block. I don't run this block. So I can talk about it, which is a real relief. But it's constant. I'm completely exhausted, and my eyes are baggy and swollen more than they should be. My face, everything I wrote, the rash on my skin, I can't. Everything from far to near is blurry, and the more and more they blast me with poison, the worse and worse it gets every time. Then I wake up, I feel better, and then they blast me more with chemical poison gas. So, I mean, it's just all this stuff accumulating, right? It accumulates. And I'm like, what is this over? My answering prayer, this is what I get. And we'll see. We'll find out. Like, this would be crazy, right? If Archangel St. Michael, like, really did directly guide me in prayer this. But he's known to have done that before. So let's find out. My answer is that I actually own this house. I own the whole block. I own more property than I could even guess. Like, who knows how many houses around here I, in my name, legally own with my driver's license, my name. Heidi Granger owns it. And that courthouse I was in, I'm forbidden from talking about it. They know it. There's courthouses, the Pentagon, that military op, it's over. So they were keeping that information suppressed. Oh, you know it. And the White House, both administrations, Biden and Trump. I have owned this house for quite a while, or some of these houses, however it works. Now, I don't own the house. I am not an agent of that caliber. The caliber of agents that are here are the best in the world. And I know that, okay? We're all on planet Earth. So they did stuff and things, because I can't recall words, so bear with me. It's them that did that. This is their block. These are their houses. Any money that pops into my account is their money. Yeah, I worked for it. I've worked for 7 years, okay? Everybody knows that. And I certainly worked 5 years in counterterrorism here. Yeah, and yeah, I have lawsuits coming out my ears. Everybody knows that. But any direct deposits, rationally, legally, can't really be my money. No, it's government money. It's our government. The new government. It's their money they're putting in my account. These houses, if it's my name, it's not really my houses. It's their block. It's their houses. It's got my name on it. That's that. That's it. Maybe that's why St. Michael told me all that. Remember how I said Moldova? Russian mob owned all this? Right, all that stuff. Please review those videos because I'm too tired to recap the same material. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I think that's why they keep coming at me so bad. The velocity and the I don't have word. The velocity, the furiousness of the gas, the chemical poison is something from another world. They are furious at me. I can't understand why just a simple witness to terrorism would get that kind of... Like, the attempts on my life in here are literally around the clock the last couple months. Around the clock. The combat, everything I haven't been able to talk about, I can now. But just I'm telling you, it would make sense if there's some sort of knowledge I gained that I own this house. and the house next door, or maybe a chain of these houses, or who knows how many properties I might actually own, because the Russian mob owned all these houses. Putin essentially owned these houses. Okay, so I took all Putin's houses. No, I didn't. Agents took the houses. Agents that are higher caliber than me took the houses. This is a really loud muffler. Now, there's lots of explanation to how my name ended up on the deed, and we'll have to find out. Now, I have tried to fill in those gaps, answer some of those questions, those explanations I just referenced, but I'm not able to recap the same material. I did a decent job, not the best, but a decent job of trying to explain that about 6 months ago. I said this, that I would end up owning all this shit. So we'll find out. I don't want to own this house, but it's not just this house. I own 1511, I own 1513, I own the whole joint. It would be in my name, which for the public would make sense why the terrorist police, the feds, they all want to say I'm the kingpin terrorist, because if I'm legally the owner and they know it, but I don't, and they can keep that information from me because we got a felon white supremacist terrorist in the White House. We had Biden, who did everything that the Saudi Arabian government told him to do before the felon was in the White House, Donald the felon. So they're going to keep that information from me, but turn around and just, this is so criminal. I know, but they cannibalize here. So who cares anymore? Throw your hands up in the air. Yeah, criminal, so what? Everybody here is a walking sociopath with pathology. This has gone on so long in the city, nobody being handcuffed, nobody being booked, nobody nothing, facing any consequences for their violence. Everybody getting pardoned. That you got, just go stand in the corner and watch people around here. They have I have to say it, slow down. Sociopathic pathology now. It progressed and progressed and progressed. We've been doing this for 7 years, and these fucking people are just all good. They're just fine with cannibals. Each one of them's a freaking murderer. When I said they were militant, I mean what I say. They have sociopathic pathology now, and a lot of that is rooted with their drug habit here. You let that kind of drug habit go unrendered, and this kind of criminality become some sort of social scene, and you get some serious antisocial profiles popping up. You can create serial fucking killers. Take them off the drugs, they're probably less apt to do it. They're probably more on planet Earth, but the sociopathic pathologies are rooted now. When Lavrov went and sat in front of Rubio and this other idiot, those two do a lot of crank. The politicians like Lavrov can't keep trying to communicate and interact with hardened long-term criminal drug addicts like that. Lavrov is one of the shark titans, but it's not his ballpark to deal with habitual criminals, and that's what they turned into down the street at the Congress and the Senate. You can get hooked on drugs, okay, and you can get your shit together, but if it's going 5, 6, 7 years and you're engaged with all this criminal felony crime, I need to say no more, okay? And you're still doing these really, really hard drugs. And every day you're engaging in serious, violent felony crimes. That's what they've become. Biden administration, Trump first administration. They were so high, the first administration. On down to this administration, the drug habit and addiction is serious here. And shark titans like Lavrov just flat out, and he would agree, can't be in business meetings with a whole bunch of men wearing dresses and a couple of crankheads sweaty and bug-eyed. I can only imagine what that must have been like for Lavrov. But you know what I said out loud? I said, he's a man. He can handle it. And it's true. That was for men only in there, man. You could not bring a woman into that mix. And Lavrov he's incredible. He's a serious, amazing figure in our history. As I struggle to say that because I'm so exhausted, he is. Watch him, man. You are watching a serious historical figure. A good one. A really amazing one. So I think he would agree with me if I could talk to Lavrov. He'd say, no, I can't deal with crink heads and that many just violent terrorists all in one room. No, that's what you saw. That's what Tuesday Saudi Arabian summit was about. Those are serious terrorist killers wearing those dresses. That's what they wear. They wear dresses. Those are violent offenders. And then the two American ones were seriously criminal drug addicts. At that point, people like Lavrov can't be talking to men like that. It takes counter-terrorists, really skilled, good federal agents, not these scuzz that I have to encounter in this property, but actual decent ones. Generally, it's men. Yeah, we're on planet Earth, okay? Generally, there's some amazing gals, but it's rare. The gals are worth their weight in gold. But you don't generally, with those kind of hardened criminals, with that much drug abuse in their past, you don't bring women into that. This is planet Earth, okay? What Lavrov did was incredible. I want the world to please remember Lavrov and what he did and how he went to Saudi Arabia and did that for me and you and everyone. So I can make my corned beef tonight. Lavrov, thank you. I think this stuff, Lavrov, I just don't ever get to talk about it. So I know how evil they are, okay? How they're just chopping up bodies here. Is this the white crankheads that went and did this summit and these Saudi Arabian terrorists? I know all about them. I've seen and smelled and witnessed enough, dude, enough. It's been 5 years. What I believed at this point in time is that I'm going to find out I own this house and 1511. I'm not saying I'm concretely positive about that, but that's what I believe. And if I find out I own more properties, I wouldn't be surprised. Because this is all Russian mob, it's all Putin. In Saudi Arabia, there's some sort of money entanglement with that. But the Saudi Arabian Al-Qaeda terrorists certainly put their terrorists here. That I'm a direct eyewitness to. But the property ownership definitely comes out of Moldova, and it's all sorts of Eastern crime, Eastern organized crime, Eastern European, and all kinds of Russian mob. And so if these agents who are like the highest in caliber, obviously, because I couldn't pull off something like this, I don't have the skill set. Hold on, just another really loud muffler. Fucking freaks are here. Anyways, if that comes to pass, I might not have to hide for 6 to 7 days. You know, I might be able to say, look, yeah, somehow I inherited or I got this and here it is, I was right. But that would make sense to me why they are coming after me in here so hard. The poison got so bad, I've never even seen it so bad here. And it's all at me. The constant coming to the door, the constant text. I mean, we could go down the litany of stuff and things. It's just violent, premeditated fucking murder that they don't do because there's these special forces that when they, like the night, I still can't talk about the basement, the triple homicide torture. I witnessed that. I can't talk about it. It's really serious what I witnessed. In 1507 S Street Northwest. I can't. But that night, I remember They came right over here. Oh, I was wide awake and fucking witnessed the whole thing. So there's these agents, these amazing heroes that I owe my life to. And they stopped these thugs from coming over here and fucking killing me. But the constant, oh, I know they were. The constant attempts in my life are way too extreme and velocity too much for it just to be simply because I witnessed Donald Trump's terrorist cell. No, dude. Or for it simply to be that I witnessed Vladimir Putin's terrorist. No, or that I simply witnessed Al-Qaeda, definitely Al-Qaeda and Saudi Arabian Muslim terrorists. No, I know this. I know I've witnessed all that. No, I think it got really caliente for me in the casa. I'm almost certain of it, but I have to hold the documents to say, yes, I was right. I think I own this house. I don't want to own this house, but I think I'm the one that owns this house and 1511. No, I have strong reason to believe that Thelma Hogue is not the owner. I have documents to back that up, but I'm forbidden from talking about them. When I had those documents in my hand and I was reading them, I basically was concluded, no, she's not. No, not at all. And with how William Murray is still alive and all the fraud that took place inside of the courthouse, right there, it's even on YouTube. No. So we will find out. I will find out someday who owned the house that I was trapped in for 5 years. I couldn't get a penny, not even $1 to get out. I can't get out. I cannot fucking move out. No one will offer me a job. No one says anything nice except harassment and hate speech. We know the story, okay? I'm stuck here. I want to know who owns this house. It's not this stupid hooker who keeps texting me. Far-fetched. And I want to know who poisoned me. Well, I know it was some of these ISIS neighbors that drive in and out. I know they did. But who else did this? And what was the crop they were using? I want to know. So you're not going to have me trapped, take 5 years of my life, take every penny I could ever made in my life and keep it from me, keep me destitute. I mean, in utter poverty, trapped in a fucking house in a horror show of biological human waste. They chop up bodies. You don't even know what I've been through here. And then tell me that I can't ever know who owned this fucking house? Who's responsible for this shit? And the poison you fucking used on me? You really think you can tell me that? So this is why the highest caliber of agents are here, because they're going to make it sure that I know what kind of poisons were used on me. They're going to make sure of it. And I think what these bros did was they made it so I fucking own this place. It would make sense, dude. So essentially, I took Putin's fucking terrorist cell from him. Heidi Granger on legal document owns Putin's fucking terrorist cell. Probably. I bet you I'm right. But I don't. And I'm going to close with this. I don't own any of it. It's the agents. It's those guys that saved my life. It's their block. It's just in my name. It's purely, I wish I knew the word. I used to remember the word. Anyways, it's purely, look, I can't remember the word. I keep fucking trying to recall the word and I start cussing and it's embarrassing. I'll get my words back. I'll get out of here. My eyes won't be so swollen. It's going to get better. But if I end up owning any of these properties, it's not mine. It's the good military's. It's just in my name. And the next step after that would be formally talking to them and finding out what was I poisoned with. What the fuck was I poisoned with? Because that was horrid. Horrid. Okay, so that's the next step once I find out who owns this house. I don't care about money. Yeah, I want money. So to all of you, we all want to support ourselves. but I don't care about money. I don't want to sit all alone with money. Who wants to sit all alone with money? I want to know who owned this house and who's responsible for poisoning me. Okay, so I think we're making steps towards that. I really don't know, but I'm flat out exhausted. You can only imagine. I think people who pay attention to this account become exhausted. Think how me and the heroes feel. Yeah. All right. And thank you, Lavrov. Thank you. I wish I could thank you in person. I hope I can someday. All right. Bye.